So, hi everyone. I was about to say again, hi everyone if you're welcome. I mean, so that's a sign that Claire needs to slow down, and that's a sign that you need to slow down, Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine, whether you are female or male, and yeah, so I'm standing here in my rainbow tile, so just to prove it, there you go. So there might be something about, when we get all the colours in, there's the blues and the purples going on. It's like that's all you're getting. But yeah, so basically I'm not long out the shower because, and it's nearly tea time, guys, so it's a bit frustrating because I do plan to, and I'm still gonna. I plan to actually get my war paint on, my makeup, and which is always it's just, it's just a chore, which is why I don't bother most days. But well, I go through phases. Me and makeup, me and makeup have got a funny relationship. I either love it or I'm like, no, I can't be fucked with you. Right, okay, so every time I'm channeling, it's always got something to do with it. And I'm just noticing forgiveness sideways. So there might be something about, I don't know, there might be something about forgiveness here. Like something that you're struggling to forgive within yourself or another or the world or blah, blah, blah. Again, this all feels very, look, they're pulling me that again, toxic waste. Something toxic. A toxic situation, toxic karmic energies on your side or your person's side, or, and again, even what I mean by your person's side is you can feel energetically the attacks coming at you. 144. Let's go, guys, to 144. So, yeah, and as well, like, I just replied to an email there, so there's it's interesting because it's not quite at the stage where it's like, oh, I've got an avalanche of people coming to me, but people are slowly gravitating to me for help, and it's very much of that Lemurian vibe, like where people are not knowing why they're called to me, or it's just interesting. There's definitely stuff going on. And can I just say, how I did randomly? Well, it's not random. It's God speaking through me. But when I mentioned at the end of the video, the mediumship Monday yesterday, that I felt whatever I called it, money collapse, financial collapse, all that, and like this is just, it's predictable by astrology because we're in the moon in Taurus right now, which is money, and over the last few years of specifically homing in on the twin flame journey, like I have, when I've tuned into that, like there is a connection between divine twin flame unions, divine unions coming in and building the new earth, and people sharing their gifts, talents, blah 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 blah, and the money collapse. Like it just, to me, that I can see how it's all sort of coming together. And I feel that's why I'll be able to adjust better when something like that does happen. Um, well, anyway, I don't, again, like I said, I don't always know what all of this means or how it's all going to come together either, whether it's fucking the twin flame journey or money or any, the old world collapsing and the new earth birth, coming in. But all I know is these are the downloads I'm getting, and I'm getting loads of confirmation of that coming in. Like, after I said that, I then saw a couple other people feeling similar. So you could be getting messages coming in there as well, because obviously that was a text that just came in. Like that actually could be downloads that you're getting, or it could be literal text or WhatsApp or whatever. Or, I've not got WhatsApp, but you know what I mean. Whatever you deal with. Yeah, I'm just going to leave this open. So this is the Venus and Taurus message for Divine Feminines. Like I said, regards to gender, I actually want to pull a self-care card. So, because I'm just out of the shower because I actually finally got on the run machine, which I did acquire. I don't know if it was quite a couple of weeks ago, but I feel like it might have been. Oh look, there's one of my guides. Lexi, if you're watching this. Indecision, ego-based actions, lifestyle change. So yeah, this guy comes along to help you break down your ego, basically. So yeah, Melchizedek, and again, Melchizedek. So again, I never used to be able to say it, but I think it's Melchizedek I'm going to stick with. But yeah, that's one of the energies that helps me do what I do. So he might work closely alongside you. You might be called to crystals because I'm really being pulled into that crystal there. Again, he looks different on different cards. This guy's looking quite modern, actually. I mean, that actually could look like one of the divine masculines. Or, I mean, is he ginger? I think he's got a ginger beard. I sounded like my niece or Ginger. Maybe if you'll only know that if you were here when I was sharing that I was trying to be, I don't know, I was trying to be diplomatic to my curly red-headed niece, and I was like, oh look, the dog's got red hair, and she's like, no, it's Ginger, it's Ginger. It's like, I was like, okay. So that was quite funny. But yeah, that could be one of our divine masculine. Oh, yeah, it could be one of our divine masculines, or it could be one of our divine feminine males, but it doesn't need to be. But so we'll just pop him over here. I'm not even using that deck, and I'm going to shuffle the. Oh, they're pulling me to your higher self. Oh dear. Yeah, so your higher self is guiding you. You might not know why. Look at the way I described it. Like some of the stuff that I do, I'm like for instance, I'm not liking that the messages coming out just now are all about the really dark karmic stuff, but it must be relevant because there's the energy attachments, energy exchange, negative influences, self-sabotage. But I'm more feeling that's energy vampires. Like energy vampires around feminines and masculines are being exposed. It's like God's like, look, it's time to expose these fuckers. Do you know what I mean? They've got away with this for too long. The divine masculines aren't waking up to these frauds and phonies and whatever else, or counterfeit counterparts. How long are they going to stay asleep? Well, not very long, because we're going to do something about it. You control your money, don't let it control you. That's weird. I'm not address your finances. That's really fucking weird, guys. Again, the new moon in Taurus is about money, and whenever I've brought really far in the future messages about New Earth and the money system, money collapse and all that, it always is in a Taurus moon, and this is a Taurus new moon, supermoon. And I also just had a message from one of the divine masculines, one of the female ones, that was actually saying that her anxiety was through the roof. You know, she was having a panic attack. So my throat chakra just went a bit funny there, and my Mercury's in Taurus, so yeah, I might actually have to watch this. I bet the moon's conjunct my. I'm just going to check that. This is how real astrology is. I do feel like maybe I'm tapping into her, because now I feel a bit breathless. Oh no, it's way past it. Am I on the right day? Yeah, it's way past that degree. Anyway, so the new moon in Taurus, it will be today on the Tuesday for you in some parts of the world, but for us in the UK, which is over 50% of my audience, and I'm going to tell you a funny story about that in a minute. I wrote it in one of the comments of the posts, but it's it's like it's just after 4 in the morning or something. I'll tell you the exact time if you hang on. It is 4:21 in the morning for us going in to tomorrow. So, but it's very, very much felt right now. So yeah, I've finally got on the run machine, so I'm feeling quite good. Adrenaline rush, you know, Mars and Aries is good for getting on with it. I just saw the sex card when I said that. Yeah, it's good for that too if you've got somebody to do that with. And make sure it's the sacred kind and know the attachments, or you'll be trying to clear that for a very long time, because that's what I help people with. But yeah, and forgive yourself if that applies to anyone, because we've all been there, right? We've all hooked up with someone that we're like, fucking hell, what did I do that for? Or you know what I mean? It's a past life, let it go. Even if it was yesterday, if you're regretting it today, move on, let that shit go, right? Choose better things, better people, better situations. Really, I just went past another card that said release the past. Right, so anyway, the gist of it is Venus is divine feminine energy. Venus rules Taurus, so you know, divine feminine is in alignment. Mars is in Aries. Mars is masculine, and Aries is masculine. Divine masculine's in alignment. Basically, we're lining up the troops. Divine feminine, divine masculine are in alignment. I also got guided to 418. My birthday numbers, you know, when it was 18 minutes past 4. So that is the sign for union. It's also my birthday. That's why I'm one of the people that's here to usher in unions. There's a lot going on. Oh yeah, and look, as I'm saying union, it's on reconciliation. So yeah, trust the timing. Trust the timing of your reconciliation. Let go and let God. Right now, I'm going to put these cards away, because this is from yesterday, although it's very much still feels like a lot of the same. So I'm going to show you I'll show you the cards I pulled for Divine Masculine when I do Divine Masculine, right? And so I'll put these here, right? So, calm. There we go. There's that word again. Divine Feminine, you're being guided to, if this resonates, because it won't resonate with everyone, you're being guided to be the calm amidst the chaos. You might not even know what the chaos is for your twin flame, but you can usually feel if they're in a good place or a not so good place. A breakdown is often followed by a breakthrough. Remain calm. So again, that's kind of interesting that I said about rounding the troops. So that's what we've got for Divine Feminine, regardless of gender, and Divine Masculine's feminine side. Your receptivity, your feelings, and Divine Masculines are really in the feels. And if you're not, again, this is just always a reminder, which I've been giving out for 2.5 years now, and really it's almost 10 years in public. Because I've always been doing it behind the scenes for longer than that, helping folk with shit like this. But you know what I mean, to be humble. Like, if you're on this journey, it will catch up with you. So, and that is humbling, is definitely what is happening to a lot of people. That's what Dark Night of the Soul is. Again, I've been trying to warn people about this as well. 11/11 awakening, since my awakening. And that's also a wee nudge that the 11th of November 2023 was a huge activation for many of the Divine Masculines. The new moon in Scorpio was a catalyst, which could have come to some kind of karmic completion around the full moon in Scorpio, which was not long ago. And really, this is a chance to plant the seeds of the future, is what I'm hearing, right? Because every new moon, the new moon in Taurus, and it's a supermoon, so the energy's felt in a big, big way, right? So that could be really big, amazing financial blessings at 11:44, definitely for the 144,000 twin flames. If they follow their calling, if they go where they're meant to go on their path and be who they're meant to be with. Because I feel any riches that are, oh, that's weird, I'm saying it like that. Yeah, any riches or any money that's built on a firm foundation is a good place to start, as trust just left out. But money that comes about, even if it comes about through, through a place of integrity, if it's built on a counterfeit false union, like basically like you're not with a person that is your twin flame. And again, I'm only saying twin flames because this is a twin flame channel if you're new to me. Something's going to fall through. Either it's like you're going to realise that this person didn't get into this with you for the right reasons, i.e. there wasn't a lot of love involved, or there wasn't enough love involved, whatever the situation is. Or it can be even more sinister, like someone's a money grabber, because that is what always seems to come through. So, and again, it does seem to be coming through for a lot of people. What does that say? Because fuck it. Just pulled my eyes down at rebel, because fuck it. So that came through. Oh god, wait a minute. Oh, thanks. Well, that's not even mine. Oh, did I not? That's hilarious. I didn't even pause it. Oh well, you would have heard me saying that. I don't fucking know what that is. It feels like a bottle of vodka or something. Jesus, right, okay, whatever. It's like the neighbours. Anyway, so I normally pause it, but that's going to give you some light entertainment there. So again, yeah, somebody could be unexpectedly knocking at your door because the buzzer wasn't. They must have buzzed. Somebody else must have buzzed them in. Trust your decisions. March to the beat of your own heart. And follow that dream. Divine feminines and divine masculines. Right, what else have we got coming through here? What else have we got from this? So yeah, you could be getting back to some kind of fitness regime or schedule. You could just be getting on with your things that you've held up. Because like I said, I've been meaning to get back to... Yeah, I've just been meaning to get on with some kind of routine like that for ages. And it feels good. So I'll try and keep it up as much as I can. Growth. I just looked at growth. Massage. Maybe some of you need a massage. That's also very Venus and Taurus. passion, that's the Mars and Aries. We'll get to that after this. Clean your space. Oh yeah, I was feeling really guided to do that too. Like I was like feeling a really strong urge to, you know what I mean? Like it was like, I don't know, I'm just really into organising right now. Like it's just, I don't know, just really into organising is the only way I can put it. Opportunity, release your ties to the past. When you let go of the old, you make room for the new. That's maybe why you see it's like you get clear, get rid of it. And again, that's what I help people do, clear the old energy to make way for the new. And we've got priorities, yeah, so you know, get your priorities straight. What do you need to focus on right now? You could be meditating. Look, that's like a wee, oh, I can't remember what you call that, but it's what I put my sage in, Albion shell or something. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but you could be doing some kind of ritual or meditation, or get your priorities straight. When you know what's important, saying no gets much easier, yeah. There's something about saying no to the demands of other people. Like, for instance, you might be getting, you could be going on some kind of holiday, a vacation. Australia keeps coming through all the time for some reason. So again, either there's somebody in Australia watching, or you could be visiting Australia at some point. I don't know how safe that is, but I mean, if you're in Australia, you could let me know that. Like I said, I haven't been on a plane for years because of all the bullshit going on, but I wasn't a big traveller before that though anyway. Yeah, so look through the stars. So you might want to look at where the Taurus is in your chart with that. The 31st of May is significant for some kind of blessing for someone watching this. And yes, sing. Well, I do a lot of that. Connect to your ancestors. Your ancestors are guiding you. See the stars, the ancestors are guiding you at this time to take a risk and gamble. Take a chance. Every risk is a success when you're committed to learning and growth. I feel that's for the divine masculine's feminine side there as well, you know, to take a risk with your heart, where, well, we've been seeing the last few days why a lot of them don't. Well, a lot of you don't, sorry, sometimes I just channel like that, but it's just, you know, like we're talking about the divine masculines, but a lot of divine masculines are actually watching. Oh shit, that's why I'm saying it. So I'll talk about that when I do the divine masculine one. It's just the downloads I had and the crazy dreams. I can't even, oh, actually, no, I'll talk about it in this. So I don't know how to explain this, right? But, and I did cryptically describe it last week, but I'm having to describe it again because it's happened again. But so basically last week, I had a dream where there was somebody in it from my past, right? But it's not like, it wasn't my karmic partner and it wasn't my twin flame, but it was just like, you know, that somebody that it was just a male that I've met before. But again, it's like, you know, and it's and I was like, okay, right, what the hell's all this about, right? And then, but like, that's when I channeled that message about, like, because I feel, because the only person I've got heart eyes for is my twin flame, right? Again, I'm not going on about that because that is blindingly fucking obvious with what I do every day, right? But it's, what's interesting is I felt it's just a sign that if you're a divine feminine, just look out for temptations coming your way in the dream time. Or I've now worked it out because I'm having another dream about another guy that is not my karmic or my twin flame, and I'm like, why is this guy now reaching out to me? So it's not, well, I don't think it's that these guys are reaching out to me in the spirit romantically, but I mean, it could be. I don't know. Like, oh my god, I just looked at 18. I just looked at my birthday numbers. Anyway, moving on. So, but anyway, the point is even if that is the case, like, it just really, it's flattering, but it really doesn't matter. And it does confuse me because, yeah, a lot of the males, like, especially that I'm having you know, that are basically bombarding my dreams. It's not, as far as I'm aware, like, you know, these guys have got, like, families and kids and shit like that, and obviously these things can break down too, but anyway, but I actually feel I've worked out, I think it's like a really deep message about a lot of the men that are, you know, for all I know, because these are like guys I met at school and shit like that, and like, you know, the other one isn't even someone I met at school, it's like, it's somebody I met through, like, a friend, you know, it's kind of like, and I'm like, why are these men appearing in my dreams? And again, I really do feel it's because, like, they're so it might not be their like, so, oh, this is so confusing, their actual self doesn't need to be watching this video right now. Like I've described, right, when I was first putting out these more intense twin flame messages, there's every chance my twin flame was living it up, partying, not watching them, right, but I was helping them in the spirit, right? But at the same time, he could have been living it up, partying in the physical, and still having a wee sneaky peek on here. Do you know what I'm saying? But the same with these guys, they're gate crashing my dreams. So I suppose I'm saying out loud because it's like, if, you know, that's real. And again, so I'm not like, you know, I'm not saying it in the way of like cut it out kind of thing. Well, it depends on, I'll see who visits me in my dreams tonight. It's like fucking Scrooge or something. And also it's quite interesting because it's not ones that I got romantically involved with, it's people that I nearly did. So that's interesting. And I feel they keep showing me people that it's where temptation came my way and I resisted. So so there's a loads of them. But that's what's quite intriguing to me. But again, I am feeling like I'm being told that a lot of these men might be, look, escape. I left when things got hard, but I'm more thinking escape. Like, I think a lot of these guys, that like I said, I think there's a lot of men out there that are more trapped than they might let on. Because I remember I done a live, you know, last year sometime, and so I'll keep it anonymous, but it wasn't one of yous, it was one of your brothers is in a relationship like that, with, you know, kids and a wife, and will sound like a toxic Black Widow situation where someone's stuck 21 minutes. Karmic cycle, you know, someone is with a karmic partner. So like I said, I really sincerely hope that's not the case, and if any of the guys that are popping into my dreams are conscious of reaching out to me for help, then I am praying for you, and I'm hoping you're not in that situation. But I suppose if you're in that actual situation, yeah, you know, like, you can reach out, you can email, and I'll keep it anonymous. And but even if that's like too much and too, I don't know, embarrassing or whatever, it's not for me, but for, you know, people might feel awkward if they've known me in some other capacity. Then there are shamanic journeys on the channel that will help you, you know, basically free your mind from the mind control. You know what I mean? That's what I'm all about here. Like, we've all had negative implants and conditioning from a child that has got us following. It's not, again, it depends which way you look at it. The wrong path. It's the wrong path to learn the lessons you need to learn, and then to get the fuck out of it. But like I said, some people were in some pretty difficult situations with kids involved, and, you know, friendship group, because even I don't talk about that much, but, you know, when all these kind of toxic community and whatever, the village, we've not used that deck for ages, come up, it is a big deal, because if you've built your life around a friendship group, some people's lives revolve around their friends, you know what I mean? I was once like that, and now I'm absolutely not like that at all. Like, I've still got enough best friends, but we've all got our own lives, and they've got their own families and kids, and I've got you as my soul family and my other family, and you know what I mean? And it is what it is, and it's healthier. You know, it's healthy boundaries. A lot of people are living their life by their pals, and then they're going to wake up and regret it one day, and that day might be now. But yeah, it's just so interesting because it was a really intense, weird dream. So again, they're making me go in depth like this, because like I said, at first I did think, like, why the fuck, like, what the hell's going on here? But then, because it's now another one where it's a similar sort of situation, it's just interesting. It more feels like, because I'm the local, it's not even the local medium, I'm the local shaman, and people have got energy attachments, and particularly the men, you know, that get attacked, they get targeted rather. And not all these men are good. Hopefully, again, I've not got a clue, and this is what's quite good about me not being on social media and stuff like that. I've really not got, like, one of them I don't even know. Like, I'm not being funny, but I don't care. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know these people anymore. But it's like, but I do care in the way of humanity. Like, I don't want anyone suffering, but it's just fucking weird. Let's just see. I'm sure I did actually ask for confirmation. Like, when I woke up, I was like, right, like, is that what this is about? Is it like, are these guys souls reaching out for help? And, like, you know, my bright light of being a medium, and also remember, Claire means bright light, and look at the card that came out yesterday, the light of the world. It's like, I mean, it's a bit far-fetched. I'm just laughing because there was actually something that I had, right, so I'm going to be cryptic, but I had a synchronicity once when I was watching something, and it was a massive synchronicity about the importance around a boy, and it wasn't like, so it was more like I felt I was watching it for my twin flame, like, and the light that he is here to bring to the world. So again, it could be that could be another reason why these guys are bombarding my dreams. Like maybe they're your, see, look, this is what I mean. Like I'm suspicious now that there was a lot of people that watched me on Facebook and kept on the down low, and then if I'd happen to bump into folk out and about on a night out, or just out and about locally, like they'd mention that, like, you know, they knew, you know, basically some would mention, most people didn't, you know, they, are you still doing all that stuff kind of thing, like basically they were watching. And then now I'm actually being spoken to about, yeah, look, unsatisfied, I wasn't happy the way things are going. This is a lot of divine masculines waking up really unhappy, and they haven't followed the path that was meant for them. Look, follow that dream. Yeah, like there's another guy I've been connected in the past, like again, like a friend that he actually did know about me doing this, and he was really supportive and was giving me ideas at the time while I was self-sabotaging. So yeah, you'd be surprised. I do know, because he kind of gave me an indication that was like, yeah, like, you know, he tuned in now and again. I think quite a lot more people do than they let on, so that's fine. I just like don't like to think about it, but yeah, but I'm basically like, they're making me think about it, because by my stats do say that like 50% of the people that tune into me are from the UK, and that's kind of unusual because it's not, you know, there's a few of you that speak on the chat that are from England, but if there's ever anybody that talks from Scotland, that's been a long time ago, and people have just disappeared off the face of the planet, which can also be a bit suspicious. But sometimes it's, yeah. But anyway, whatever, you know what I'm saying. So there's something going on. It's a lot of the awakening. I think this is where we see the channel go from being all the twin flames to people that they're not twin flames. Like a lot of these, like people I'm being shown, it's anonymous, like, you know, because like I said, I'm 40, and some of these guys that have come into my dreams are like, I literally haven't seen some of these guys in like 10 years and stuff like that. Maybe it's, yeah, probably about that, or a little more than that, a little less than that. It's, you know, out and about. Confusion, yeah, look, it's people in their spiritual awakening. I feel unclear about where we stand, but I think they're just generally saying men in general are going through this. Not just men and women. What else do we know about this? Because again, I feel if that happened to me, it's just like I said, I've described it as well as I can, and it was strange. It was a really intense dream. That's what we say. It was a really, really intense dream. I wish I'd actually made a voice note to myself about it when I woke up, but that was basically the gist of it. Is it was like someone was reaching out to me for help, but it was tinged with a bit of an element of like it was a bit more than that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it was like, so that's what makes me think it could be one of these things, like when people are like, they get you confused as being a healer with being like, so put it this way, right? I hope I'm not going to get that happen. To the best of my knowledge, I've not had that happen, and I don't fucking want it to happen. But sometimes, because I'm a twin flame healer, when people awaken to being a twin flame, they could actually think that I am the twin flame. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's a possibility, you know what I mean? And it'll just be that, again, confusion. I can just help people work out that, like, no, I'm not your twin flame, do you know what I mean? You missed your chance, you know what I mean? It's, oh dear. Look, men, I want to fix our connection. Holy shit, but look what we're saying. Yeah, look out for that. Like, divine feminines, I feel you could have people coming back from the past that are hopefully your twin flame that you want to mend things with, right? Because like I said, that's the only man I want to mend things with. Romantically. I mean, I can't think of anybody that I've got beef with it, you know what I mean? Like, it might be people I've not spoke to that are males, but like I said, the first karmic partner I had didn't want me to have any male friends. So therefore, sadly, yeah, I don't have a lot of them. I did, you know, make a few. But yeah, I just don't, I don't do friendships in general. But like, you know, I'm not going into all of this, but it's part of my path. Like I've said before, when I do make really close friendships, I can often get very stabbed in the back. So I'm very protective of my energy, actually. But yeah, just look out, you know, as well as your divine masculine coming forward wanting to mend things, I wouldn't be at all surprised if you get randoms from the past. I don't know, either confessing their undying love or reaching out to you for some kind of help, maybe with what you, because like I said, it's like I'm a bit, but I do just think in general it's a message, about temptations. It's, you know, but like I said, these people aren't temptations for me, but they were in the past and I passed the test. So basically, I don't mean, and again, I'm not making a big deal about this, it's just like, you know, good looking guys that have expressed interest, but there was always something like that was telling me, nah, I'm struggling to find the right path yet. I just think these guys' spirits are reaching out to me, so it might not be conscious, but I'm open to some of these people might be spiritually awakening, and all you need to do is put that in a YouTube and I might be popping up locally. So I think this is some of your divine masculines, or you are the divine masculine watching. I haven't given up on us yet. Commitment. I want to be a part of your future. Do you know what I'm getting, right? Because it's really strange. Like I said, I'm trying to explain this the best because it's making me feel really uncomfortable. But because I'm like I said, I've literally been single 21 years, so I'm not linked to a lot of people. Like I'm just literally not linked to a lot of people. Like it's not like it's not like I won't be linked to anyone. Like nothing's ever happened ever. Like no, but it's more just like I'm being flooded with like a sweeping generalization of guys that were your typical player type that either express interest and, you know, like in my case, like I've swerved it, or like, because now I'm being shown one that I did cut off, but I did pursue it for a tiny bit, and it's kind of like, but again, it's this kind of feeling of somebody that now, years later, is like, that's the kind of person I would actually want to settle down with. I wonder where that person is, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, so, like you said, I'm hoping it's not literally. But surely, if people are looking on here, they're going to know that there's only one man that I'm wanting to wake up and realise who I am to them. So, the rest of you can get help, right? Do you know what I mean? Guilty. I feel pain from the damage I've caused. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, if anybody's ever treated you not very well, it's just for putting compromising positions or something like that. Oh my god, I didn't mean like that. Holy shit. They should be so lucky, girls, or guys, or whoever I'm talking to here. Unworthy. You're a better person than. There's something going on. There's something. Damage. We're both hurting from this, and unappreciated. I felt like you didn't care. So self-love. I'm still trying to heal from this. I'm trying to move on. Yeah, you see what I mean? Like I do. Look, reunion. I think, right, okay, reading between the lines, because like I said, I'm like, it's think about it, it's the only way they could really, 33 minutes, divine, what was I going to say there? I have no idea what I was going to say there. I'm moving on, because that actually sounded like a rude word. It did, didn't it? That's hilarious. Maybe it's not someone's name. I should hope that your name isn't that, but it did sound like I was going to say that. But it's like, look, like maybe like this is like, right. So like what I'm basically trying to say, right, is because I've been single for all that time, right? Other than like somebody that's tried it on and got nowhere with me, or someone that I've maybe had a fleeting interaction with, like kissed them or more or whatever, which again, there's not a lot of them that can claim that. Like they can't use a lot of examples for me to give the message. So I think this is for, you know, those of you out there that it's like maybe your divine masculine like settled down with someone else, right? And now they're waking up and they're like, right, I want a new chapter, I want to move on, and I want to go back to my person. We'll always come back to each other. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's what that now makes sense to me. And now that can kind of put my mind at ease. look, unexpected outcome. Things didn't go the way I planned. Yeah, I'm telling you, right? Boom, drop the mic. I've worked it out. It is. And this is just going to be so satisfying. Oh, I was going to say confirmation, but it will be satisfying and interesting if I sort of watch this. The way the world works. I'm going to bump into like somebody that's going to tell me something or something. I don't know. It's weird, but I don't really know anybody that would be able to pass this shit back. But interesting. You just never know. So, and then we'll have all the toxic karmic fucking people worrying if you're like shit, yeah. So anyway, where's the Divine Feminines at? So I'm going to home in on a collective of Divine Feminines, where they are, and then we'll tap into your Divine Masculine, although I think we just did. Encouraged, heartened, emboldened, supported. Now that's really interesting, because when I was pulling cards for myself, I actually pulled... wait a minute, what did I pull? Discouraged. So which is basically the same card. Look, so there's an encouraged and a discouraged, and I've pulled encouraged in reverse. So, and I always feel like that's like two twin flames, right? Like it could be like a dad and a daughter, so this could be about inner child healing or actual children. But yeah, there's something you might be feeling a bit disheartened with about today for some reason. It could be tapping into your masculine as well. What else? Where's this masculine? Sorry, oh fuck, see what I mean? The masculines are bombarding this. It's okay though, if that's what the energy is. I feel it's just when you telling that dream. But again, I just feel I need to say it, because I'm like, I'm not sure if that's them trying to tell me something so I can deliver the message for other people, or if it's literally in actual real life, some of these men are struggling awakening and they need someone to talk to, or whatever else it is, you know what I mean? So I'm just putting it out there, because they're guiding me to it very uncomfortably. Right, where else is this feminine at, whether it's female or male? So, sorry for calling you it's. Look, hopeful in reverse. Optimistic, expectant, full of faith, yeah. So we're definitely picking up on someone that's feeling a bit discouraged, a bit hopeless. This feels more like a Divine Masculine's feminine side, so I'll just channel it however it comes out. But some of the feminines could be feeling like this. Maybe this is one of the feminines that have found out that their masculine's trapped or something. Empowered, yeah, and disempowered, right? This is low energy and vulnerable. So defenseless, unprotected, and helpless. Oh my god, shit, that's really creepy. But again, it's because God speaks through me. I said helpless about the empowered in reverse, and that actually says helpless. So feminine, right? Okay, your masculine's feminine side, that's not good. Let's pull a Pluto card. So I'm going to do a pick a pile with these cards. I just keep forgetting. Give us a Pluto card in general for the feminines that are most in need here, or the Divine Masculine's feminine side. What do we need to know? And if this could shed light on that dream download that I had, that would be camel, right? Griffin. Interesting. Right, I read that before. Right, so let's see what camel's got to say it. Camel. Camel. I've actually been pulled to Griffin first. Let's read Griffin first. 86. So you could be born in 1986. You don't need to be, but you might be. Someone might be. Oh, and there's a snake. See, look, I wonder if there's snakes in the grass coming out around people, or that's people having a Kundalini awakening about their divine partner, like their true divine partner. Do you know what I mean? Their twin flames. Kind of weird how I keep saying divine partner. Like, well, that's not even a term that it just keeps coming out of my mouth. But yeah, that, I mean, they're all the same thing. The superconscious. The griffin is a mythical creature possessing the head of the talons and the wings of an eagle, but the body of a lion. Thanks to the fusion of these two powerful houses, the griffin has often been used as a symbol of fierce power and impenetrable protection. While you never see one in real life, to see a griffin in your dreams is a compelling message from spirit. Thanks to the mythos of this being and the incredible height to which it soars, the griffin possesses an incredible vantage point that reveals potent truths we can obtain only through spiritual enlightenment. Oh my god. That is so freaky. That's the card I pulled for Divine Masculines today. Spiritual enlightenment. That's really, I mean, and then I made the wrong mistake. I can't stop kicking myself. See how that's so interesting, because it's about the divine masculine twin flames, but I'm also picking up that it's like the divine masculine males in general, because these males that I'm not having dreams, they're bombarding my dreams. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're bombarding my dreams with like crazy wild dreams that are really getting across that these guys are in a dark place. But maybe some of them are twin flames and they didn't know it. You know what I mean? Because my one didn't. Well, I was about to say my one didn't know. He fucking knew something was going on, but maybe he didn't. Fuck knows. Like, we'll find out eventually. But he's going to, when he wakes up, he knows exactly what the fuck I am to him. So, because he's been watching me fucking say it. Anyway, moving on. So, so I'll just push aside whether, you know, I'm not going to go in wondering like, shit in hell, are all those other guys twin flames as well? They might have been, and maybe that's why they were drawn to me, because we're on a similar path, but they were asleep and I was awake. Do you know what I'm saying? Interesting, isn't it? Especially because I've just reached, the video's just reached 40, so especially any of the guys that are around my age. So that's why it makes sense. It'd be like people I went to school and that and shit like that. Right, so if the Griffin energy is at play, you're in a rare and fated moment in your life and it's time to pay attention. Sometimes the Griffin is depicted as being so large it can blot out the sun. Oh, in this form, the Griffin is known as Ziz, a creature from... Now that was Ziz, guys, not Jiz. A creature from Jewish mythology that can also allow the light of the sun to come through if it so chooses. And then there we go, there's that card, be the light of the world. In both darkness and light, there are different experiences and truths to be found. There's a time to sit in the dark and silence, and a time to step out in illumination, warmth, and sun. Yeah, like I'm saying, I feel I've just had those weird dreams, the two weird dreams I've had, and I have a feeling I'm going to have I'm right, you know what, I'm going to give permission. If I'm right about this, and if there's another different male that is in some kind of stuck situation and their soul is reaching out to the nearest person to help them, because their ego, their conscious self might not allow them to actually reach out to help for a counsellor, which remember I am as well, or a healer, or blah, 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 blah. Because it takes a lot of putting your pride and ego aside to seek that, any kind of help, but definitely that kind of help. And people might also, a lot of men and women might not trust that it's going to be private, you know what I mean? But that is where, you know, like, hopefully I make that clear, that it's like, look, if anybody does come to me and I actually know you in some sort of way, shape or form, or it turns out, I've had that in the past with men and women, where it's like somebody's sought help and I'm like, wait a minute, actually, you know, such and such, and it links back, and I keep it to myself, you know what I mean? I take things to the grave. So like I said, there's people from my past, like 15 years back, I've got their deepest, darkest secrets, and I've not told a soul, because that's the kind of person I am, right? I'm like priestess energy, and I can't say the same for others out there that are probably telling my shit, but listen, you know what I mean? All I do is I move with integrity, so we can only act for ourselves. It is both light and dark simultaneously. There is an appropriate time for both, and in this moment you must discern which you need. Yeah, look, it's talking about spending time in meditation. So yeah, a lot of these guys are getting guided, a lot of you guys are being guided out into nature to cleanse your energy, basically. This is just all the men that are awake. This is fascinating. This is why the channel's going to grow rapidly. I don't know when, because it's just growing. Well, I don't know if this is considered growing rapidly. I'm quite surprised we're even at what we're at that soon. I mean, we only reached 1,000 not that long ago, and there's like, you know, 40 more people on top of that now. Wait a minute, I'm going to need to pause that. Right, so camel. Travel a long journey, stamina. Regarded for its ability to travel long distance across the desert, the camel may literally herald the opportunity for travel. Oh, there we go, we got travel. So, However, camel energy is really about the archetype of the hero's journey, yeah. And again, so I keep forgetting, like, remember I said, like, this is, I've went in to channel it like it's a masculine, so I think for today, that this could be the feminine too. How do I know, right? It feels like I'm picking up on the masculine's feminine side in this, right? So I think our divine feminines don't mind if this is more about the divine masculine's feminine side today. It might work out that when I do the masculine, it's more about the feminine's masculine side, you know what I mean? Because it's showing you that this is, each day I'm tuning in to two halves of one whole, basically. Do you know what I mean? Two halves of one yin yang, that kind of, and it's more than two people. So the hero's journey is the outline for nearly every story you've ever read, and encompasses the trials and tribulations the protagonists must endure for their true potential to crystallise, and ultimately for their triumph over evil in some way. Again, this is what I'm saying. So this is why it's pulling in more than just twin flames. It's like, I've been told this by quite a few different people, and you know, that my work would move to not just twin flames, everyone that's awakening, but also specifically, like, I think I actually have been specifically told about it, that no, nobody's told me this. They're telling me right now that it is what I'm saying. It's like a lot of men in particular, but it's happening to women too, but I'm getting lots of insights about lots of men that have maybe settled down far too soon, and now that they're changed and growing and evolving, you could be with really quite toxic, controlling women that it's not based on love. And also, can I just say, there's people in these situations where it's not the women's fault, and they might not even be like not everybody's toxic, like not everybody's toxic, not everybody's fucking that, and everybody can change. That this is too in depth, but you know what I'm saying, like, people can change, basically. Like, I don't like that term, a leopard never changes its spots, as I'm being guided to the leopard thing that's lying on the ground. It's like a wee, it's like a wee toy leopard thing. People can change, and definitely after a dark night soul, because I've been humming that song, come on down to the holy water, and that's basically about rebirth. Like, it's from the Jesus Revolution. Like I said the other day, it's a Christian song. I don't listen to the thing, guys. It just came on the Spotify and I've been humming it. But it's about a lot of people are wanting to fucking leave behind the past, because there was a lot about releasing the past, and they're having a spiritual enlightenment, and they're also waking up and being like, I don't like where I am. Like, maybe some people made the wrong decision a long, long time ago and got with a karmic energy, and now they're like, shit, that person from like 10 years ago is my twin flame. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might not be that long, I'm feeling that. I must be the healer for people like that, because, well, I just must be. Remember, that is often when the hero faces defeat, exhaustion, disillusionment, that their true gifts are discovered. You may have to dig deep and find parts of yourself that you didn't even know were there. I mean, this is huge energies. Think of your all-time favourite hero's journey. It likely resides way back in childhood, and rewatch and reread the story now. Find inspiration in your favourite character. Many believe we identify the most with them. And if you're new around here, if you hang on a second, try not to trip up. So somebody's trying to trip you up. That means something. Somebody's trying to trip you up. Yeah, remember I did say that, right? I know that they're showing me certain situations in my life where I was tested and I passed the test. So maybe some of you are, look at that. I keep thinking that's the two cups. It's actually not. Winged messengers. It's I'm going to read it from the book, actually. It's quite a strong message. It is but look, T for 2. There could be a date coming your way, but that card's not about that. It's kind of interesting what it says. Birds are a messenger in your journey. There's a wee leopard. So maybe somebody's been tarnished with a leopard never changes its spots, and somebody's wanting to cleanse themselves of that. But that's my archetype. One of the many, but yeah, Wonder Woman. So, and I do think about everything I do. Like, my archetypes are Joan of Arc and Wonder Woman at my heart. Like, literally, when I done my shamanic initiations, like, that was literally the energies that came through. And people were pissing themselves, because it is totally me. Like, it's not wrong, is it? So, and I can help you discover these parts of you. Like, what archetypes do you really resonate with in a personal session? So, I just need to find that. But wait a minute. Oh, it's here, because it's what I used. Right, so let's read this. So I don't know how much, oh my god, the karmic change. Yeah, so that's what it is. Like, look, this is definitely one of the well, not one, quite a lot of the masculines. And like I said, I'm putting out of my mind if this is like actual, I don't know, like, fucking, I just don't know if that was just, like I said, sometimes I don't know if they've just used it as to illustrate it, or if it's real, but something tells me this might be real. So, yeah, look. Someone's feeling disencouraged, hopeless, and disempowered in a connection, going through a spiritual awakening, in the karmic change. Oh dear. Right, okay, so I just definitely don't think I don't feel we're ever given any more than what we can handle, though. It makes you who you are. So please, I'm going to stress that, right? whether you are some random dude, a male especially, I feel I'm talking to, on the internet that's followed me for years and you're a bit embarrassed to connect over the Zoom, I get it, right? Some people have got a real fear over that and it's like, you think it's all going to be really weird and all that and whatever. It's not, right? I'm just going to talk to you. We're just going to chat. You can go whenever you want. Why do I feel like that's so funny? I feel like that. I felt like I was channeling a direct message to my twin flame there too. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're just going to chat. It's all right. You can leave when you want. I'm not going to hold you prisoner. Oh my god. Anyway, moving on. But it's like, yeah, that's what it's about, right? Just see the Zoom chat as we're just sitting down for a wee cup of tea, right? So, because, I now know actually, because there's definitely, so wait a minute, I'm being shown clairvoyantly, there is, so you're going to know that this is you. There is a man out there that we're long overdue talking on that Zoom, and I'm just going to talk to this man. I'm giving you the time to decide when that time is. Because I do feel it would be very intense. Like, I do feel like I know that I've helped this man. I'm going to talk, like, I've helped this. Yeah, I'm going to talk for, anyway. I know that I've helped one of these particular guys through difficult times in his life because he let me know, and it was, but he let me know sometime, after, basically, but see, look, I'm getting all tongue-tied, so this is what I mean, this is what I'm describing, men that might get like this in particular, but basically what I'm trying to say is I was really touched when I read that's like one of the nicest emails I've ever had, just somebody letting me know how I'd got them through a difficult time in their life, so it really meant a lot to me, and it really made me inspired to keep on doing what I'm doing actually. And it's also, like I said, there's, I'm not gonna lie, there's not a whole load of people that donate to the channel, but that guy has donated every now and again when he's had it, and I really appreciate that too. So I obviously appreciate anybody that does, because the thing is, you'll notice, like, they keep making me talk in more kind of biblical terms as well. Remember, one of my favourite romantic songs is like Callum Scott biblical, because I think it's just beautiful, but it's I love all his songs actually. Because look, that's the one that came on when I was channeling, was You Are the Reason, right? Now that's not one of my massive favourites, but I know that, well, I do love it though, but it's like, but it's kind of like, but that song will mean more to other people than it's biblical that I really love, because when I found that, it was quite a magical moment. Probably just because it really reminds me of Mary Magdalene and Jesus and that too. But basically, that'll be funny if that comes out one of the decks. But what I'm trying to say is, it's like a ministry. Do you know what I mean? Like what I'm doing, it's like a modern ministry. Maybe I need to change the name, but it is a modern ministry. Do you know what I mean? So it's why a lot of my work is free. I know YouTube's free anyway, but a lot of my work is free. Like the women that just emailed me there. Like, I'm going to be having a free chat with her, because that is obviously what I do with people when I've not connected with them. But some people that I'm going to be having a free chat with, which is basically a free session, which, other people are paying a lot of money for. I might never see these people again, and it's just, I'm meant to connect with them once, and then they'll be soaring and flying. But the thing is, I know that's good karma, because I'm doing my bit. I'm doing what God is guiding me to do. It's my calling, and it comes back around. And even if it comes back around where someone's like, do you know what? I got to where I got to because that person helped me when I was in the trenches. Do you know what I'm saying? But so that's one for the people where money might be an issue. But again, I'm more wanting to pull it back to some of the males in particular, that you're not coming on the call because you're a bit apprehensive about what it might be like. Like, I'm going to spell it out what I do, right? And this is what I thought was good when Nathan's described, that, because Nathan was nervous to talk to me too, I'm pretty sure he would admit. Nathan, put that in the comments if you agree. Everyone is, because it's vulnerable, you know what I mean? Like, defenseless, unprotected, and helpless, but that's why I get people to share what it's like. So, but yeah, I just basically prepare the space and I pray and set the intention for your highest good. I go usually rush and make a wee cup of tea or coffee, and I just sit cozy like a wee Empress High Priestess on my couch. And depending on what I'm guided to do, I usually start off with that wee meditation of the, cutting off from the old earth, connecting to the new earth. And I usually keep it 5 minutes or less. Unless, though, if your chakras are needing a bit more of a cleanse, I might talk for about 10 minutes. Just, it depends how nervous someone is, basically, right? And then I'll get you open your eyes. So, and then I'll just say, just talk, And there was one person I connected with, that was actually a female, but she was a female that doesn't talk very much, and the majority of the session was me talking, but it was because I was helping her balance her throat chakra out, and she'll know that this is hard if I'm talking about it. And then she basically like messaged back to be like, wow, like, you know, well, actually it was like, holy fuck, or something like that. And then she actually sent me extra money, so I was really grateful for that. But it was, you know, it was kind of like unexpected. You know, it's always the people you don't expect, actually, because it was just, but it was nice. And but what I'm trying to say is, it's like, if you don't worry about, like, you know, feeling like you need to talk loads, they'll just make me channel at you to balance out the energy. But if I feel there's a lot of men that do need to talk a lot to get all this shit off their chest, and I need to put my counselling skills to rest, guys. My counselling course is what put me into a fucking dark night of soul. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, anyway. And nobody needs to be signing up for the counselling sessions. Like, you can have the first free session, and that might be the only time we connect, and you get off your chest, and what goes on the Zoom stays on the Zoom. Do you know what I mean? Oh my god, that's hilarious. Right, anyway, let's read it. So I don't know why I've had to explain all of that, but I just felt guided to. And you know who you are. Male that's emailed and has said several times about connecting. It's time to connect. You're well overdue your free session, okay? Because I know how grateful you are for everything that I've put out. And like I said, that is one of the mails that's donated a few times too. So, but you don't need to be donated. I'm just saying that, I'm just acknowledging that person has, so that they actually know who I'm talking about. Because some people can be like, I wonder if that's me. So, a white dove carries a message in his beak and flies high above a table laid out for tea. One of the teacups has fallen over and there are broken pieces of china on the table. Below the dove, a hawk flies into the scene with a message in his beak. Hawk could be significant for someone. This card indicates a small conflict in your home or family. Oh my god, see what I was saying? Holy fuck, man, shit. It could involve you or another, or others in your extended family. There could be money issues at the home, an inheritance, or personal finances. So, I mean, this really fits with what I said at the start. The dove brings a message from your spirit, a call to see this little drama through your higher mind and compassionate heart. You may feel compelled to be the peacemaker or the provider in this situation. Let yourself do as spirit guides you. The hawk, a predator, shows that there are times when you might have a tendency to be pulled into the fray yourself. With hawk entering from the right, it certainly indicates that more challenges may be coming your way. This is definitely somebody going through a spiritual awakening. Happily, your spirit is high above those challenges, so you can see them clearly and deal with them effectively. But you see, some of you might actually need to come to me, because I help people see clearly. You know what I mean? This card, upright or reversed, you can gain further insight with a neighbouring card. The hawk was just taken off his perch and the card behind them. Look to that. Oh, wait a minute. There's another card. Right. I'm going to do that. Oh, what I was going to say is, right, I don't know if I really want to commit to this, because that's a bit time consuming. But when I done the videos at Christmas, and I started every single video by disconnecting to the old earth and connecting to the new earth, would people like me to do that on these videos? Because if I do on this video, I'm going to have to do it on every video that I do. But I feel it's maybe needed so that people really jump to their highest timeline, because you might be too lazy to do it yourself. You know what I mean? Like, basically is what I'm saying. But also, it's because I channeled it. Like, I do get it. It's like my thing. It's like I'm meant to encourage people about this and teach them. But yeah, let me know. I'm going to need some encouragement if you want me to do that. I'm going to need to get in the habit. But anyway, I'll do it now. So if you're new, this is what I mean. Close your eyes if you feel guided. And breathe in, telling yourself relax. And breathe out, telling yourself release. And breathe in, telling yourself relax. And breathe out, telling yourself release. I want you to begin to imagine a cloud of mist forming above the top of your head. And I want you to imagine that cloud of mist has the power to dispel any negative energies or entities or any negative attachments, because we got that card, that are crawling about your aura, is what I just heard. And I don't usually say that, so I don't like that. And that'll be why they're guiding me to do this, right? I get it. This is for the males that won't even reach out the Zoom, but we're just clearing it now. Or I'm extending that out to if some of the men that are in trouble out there that don't even watch the videos want this, their higher self, their soul, I'm sending it out to them. Only if they want it. So, see that mist falling down over the top of your head. I'll just do it really quickly, and it's clearing your upper chakras of the spell work, black magic, confusion, helping you to see clearly, to follow that dream, whatever that dream may be, with the best and highest intentions, everyone involved. Because remember, sometimes the highest timeline and the best and the highest for people's good is like breaking away from a family because it's toxic. You know what I mean? Like a toxic environment for you and the person, or toxic for the children involved. Or if it's older family, like that are getting too involved in your life, setting boundaries with them, whatever it is for different people. But it did just reach an hour, so that's like new beginnings, alignment, you know what I mean, like bringing people in alignment. So now the energy falls down over the third eye, helping you to see clearly where you couldn't see before, and definitely for the people that you were divinely timed, like you were on a timer, to see who your true divine counterpart, your true twin flame is. We're saying, why not? We're sending that bolt of lightning for people to realise that, to wake up from where they've been asleep. And that does mean a time of turbulence. It does. Like, it's just a fact. But after this too shall pass, and things fall into place. Like, that's why the thing at the end of the vow has always been my favourite. You've just got to let the colliding particles land where they may and wait for the next collision. So there might be something about weddings, marriages getting together, marriages breaking up, all that kind of shit, because of me talking about the vow. Or there might be, again, that to me is about awakening too, because she literally forgets who he is, and that's what happens on the twin flame journey. He, you know what I mean? That's what happens. And then they remember, but she doesn't actually, but they do get back together. Anyway, I just spoiled it, but whatever. We know that they get back together, but you might not know that when you watch it for the first time. It's worth watching. It's my favourite. So when I chat like this has all got something to do with it. So now the energy moves down over the throat chakra, helping you to speak where you need to speak, set boundaries where you need to set boundaries, and listen where you need to listen to the words that are going to help you on your personal journey. Because we're not all at the same part of the journey, and we're not all a twin flame, but everybody needs help somewhere in their life. So throat chakra, see what I mean? I've not got a cough, and they made me cough at the throat chakra. Now the energy moves down over the higher heart chakra, recalling Saint Germain the Violet Flame to cleanse, clear and delete any previous requests that no longer serve our highest good, to make way for it will serve our highest good and the highest good of all involved across all timelines, space, dimensions, versions of self. Anywhere where people, karmic energies from the past have followed us into this life and they're trying to hold us back and trick us and test us and pull us into toxic loop cycles again, or whatever we want to call it, like just help them to be seen for who they are and released from the situation. And that means different things for different people, so I don't know why they got me to say it. They got me to say it, and it just reads 555 when I'm saying this. So there's big huge changes. This is what's coming about the new moon in Taurus. Big huge changes, because Uranus, planet of awakening, unpredictable energies in Taurus. This is when I said, right, a lot of you are going to see situations where somebody could be married with 3 kids and a dog and seemingly living happily ever after, and then the next thing you know, you've heard on Facebook or some shit like that they've got back together with their childhood sweetheart. Do you know what I'm saying? And it'll be like, oh, the big bad bastard, but actually you don't know what was going on behind closed doors. I don't know what the hell that was about, but that's probably going to be somebody's story. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the kind of unpredictability that comes about with Uranus and Taurus. And especially if you've got Taurus in the 6th house of your everyday routine, or like the 4th house of family, or really, definitely these ones, there could be stuff like that, because it's shaking up your everyday life. Or your 7th house of partnerships, like partnerships breaking down, karmic ones, and then true unions, marriages coming together, because 7th house is marriage too, but that just means that can be the spiritual union too. Although I feel the 7th house is karmic energies and can be twin flames, because it's basically romantic relationships. But it's not just romantic relationships, it's relationship to anyone, right? We're all in some kind of relationship to people in life, right? But the 8th house to me is this true twin flame union, because that is a sacred sexual union, but it is also sex, full stop. So you got to be careful, and that's where we can all get tricked with stuff. And so now the energy moves down over the heart chakra, pulling in compassion and healing to whoever's been going through this. And you'll notice I'm hiccuping. If you're new, that's when I'm clearing energy, and there's a lot of energy to be cleared, because you can see this is going on way longer than I meant it to. But see what I mean? That's someone's situation. You've been in a situation way longer than you meant to be in it, and who knows why you were stuck. The mind control, maybe not feeling good enough for where you really want to go, or you could be caught up in a family situation. Whatever it is, and you know, not even I don't like saying it like that, caught up in a family situation, but it's the way they're making me say it. Some people feel trapped. And so now the energy moves down over the solar plexus, where we pull back our power wherever you've knowingly given it away or unknowingly given it away. And then we call in our true happiness, our true abundance. And definitely I'm calling in miracles whenever anybody is caught up in financial situations that keep them tied in a toxic situation, because that can pull people into feeling discouraged, hopeless and disempowered, you know, like that's I really do get that. Like I really feel for people that are literally trapped in a family situation because of money. Like it's a horrible, that's part of the mind control too. It's the way that they plan it, so that people are trapped in the matrix. But there's always a way around that too. I feel a lot of the time when people feel they're stuck, it's not, it's your ego. It's like maybe not maybe. See, with twin flames, it does mean taking a knock to the finances. Like a lot of divine masculines are going to be broken down, penniless, and that's when they're guided to their twin flame. And then though, when you get your twin flame, you'll make true abundance and you'll be able to keep it, and probably more than what you ever had and you could ever imagine, is what I'm hearing. But that's going to take a big ego knock, and that's not the way it happens for all. Some of the divine masculines are coming, skipping and dancing at you with a smile on their face, having worked through the shit and confident, but it's just, these are different scenarios. And I feel guided to say, those of you that aren't on the twin flame path, it's the same, you know. It's like it's not the same as the twin flame path, but it's this kind of feeling of you might have to pull yourself away from a situation and start again from scratch, but you'll be free, and then guided to who you're really meant to be with. So that's going to make sense as well to someone. And even if it's a long time away from now, someone finds this, that is a message for someone that's not a twin flame. So now the energy moves down your sacral chakra, and wherever there's negative energy attachments at your sacral chakra, we now cleanse, clear, and cut the cords of fear, lack, negativity, any psychic attack, any horrible energies at the sacral chakra. Release it, and calling in that fire back, wherever you've lost your fire, that passion, that zest. And now finally the root chakra, we call in safety, security, and again, anywhere where anyone's worried about their safety, security, finances, your home, because that's what Taurus is about right now as well, with the Taurus new moon. And yeah, and then the roots of the tree grow down, 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 all the way to the bottom of the earth's core, however you imagine that to be. And we release all the stuff that's holding us back, knowingly or unknowingly. Release, release, release. And then we cut the cords of fear, lack, negativity, the old earth. And now release strong new cords down to, oh, wait a minute, keeping the lessons, letting go of the pain, okay? Keeping the lessons, letting go of the pain. You've went through the tests, you've went through the trials and tribulations, now it's time for the rewards in the new earth. Connect to the new earth of peace, calm, abundance, balance of your inner masculine and feminine, which is what these energy healings are about every day, because it's much more than reading a card reading. It's energy healing, clearing that I'm doing every day. I want you to now pull up whatever it is you want to set an intention about today. And it's actually, the time has reached 108, and 108 is a known mantra, like chanting something 108 times, like an abundance mantra. I remembered that from when I watched a guy on a live stream like years and years ago. It was on Periscope, which I don't even know if that still exists. And they just made me pick up my lapis lazuli what do you call it, prayer bead things that I got. I forgot what that's called. I've really forgot what it's called, and there's not 108 of them, but sometimes you can get where there's like 108 or whatever, and you count, or you just, you know, you'd count it every so many times. I can't do the math. But yeah, that was from a Tibetan place near where I live. Samiling actually is on it. You might know it if you're local, so maybe one of you needs to go there. Actually, not been for years. And then, so yeah, set a personal intention, and I'm setting an intention that you're going to have the strength to follow your dreams, right? And I'm going to count from 10 to 1. And when I get to 2, you're going to think about opening your eyes. And when I get to 1, you're going to open your eyes wide awake, wide awake. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2, think about opening your eyes. 1, open your eyes, wide awake, and look at that. We're now looking at the same cards upright, encouraged, and that's you and your twin flame encouraging each other, because you're always encouraging each other in the higher self. And when the person catches up to the higher self, that's what it's like. You can knock off the stabilizers and you'll be hopeful and empowered. So basically, when you're discouraged, hopeless, and disempowered, you know you're with a karmic. When you're encouraged, hopeful, and empowered, you're with a divine feminine. Simple as that. It doesn't mean every day's the best day of your life, but in some ways it really depends on how bad it was before and how well you can work out the conflict together. But yeah, right, okay, so this has been long, so we'll just, what do we need to know, and then I'm going to wrap this up. I hope that really helps someone. Oh my god, you're kidding me. You just cannot. Oh, you can't even see what it says. Look, abundance. Look at that. This is a really powerful clearing for twin flames. So if you found it, go you. They just used me to be the channel for it, so I'm honoured and humbled that they used me to be that. But yeah, and you know, it's like I say all the time, right? Look, yeah, this is a weird one today, but I'm going to watch it and I'll make a judgment call whether to put it out or. But again, I've kept this all anonymous, and this literally, you know, I've kept that anonymous. So yeah, that like literally, it's like, you know, it's, you don't know who the fuck this is about. 111. I like, and it's not just when I've mentioned the thing about my dream. It's like said, it's like who knows whether I'll ever find out whether that was actually like these guys are in trouble or not. I don't know, but I've just looked at all the ones, which is new beginnings, alignment. Like I might have actually just helped free those guys in the spirit, and then they'll be free from something, and I might never find out that I just helped them. But that's part of my purpose. Like that's part of me taming my ego and letting that shit go. But it'd be nice if I do find out, if people are watching. Look. Sexuality and serendipity. This is what they're saying. People have been cleared of the toxic sexual ties of their past, and there's going to be serendipitous meetings. For your spiritual awakening, you're going to realise who your twin flame is. Like, wait a minute, actually, that might be the... That's quite a good thumbnail, the way I've done that. Yeah. So, yeah, I think that's what we're... Yeah, look, oh my god, guys. Wow. That's what you're leaving behind. I have to put this out. There's nothing that makes me not want to put it out anyway. It was a really powerful reading, but that's just the confirmation. So yeah, I think they've just used the random guys in my dream to tell me that, right? I hope these random guys aren't with women like that, but the chances are, like, they're going to have been caught up with women like this, right? Because I was being shown good looking guys, you know what I mean? So it's like distorted feminine. Escaping the distorted feminine templates. And by the way, if you happen to be watching this and you're like, fuck, I think I'm one of them, or it's like, I think my friends are that, or whatever, it's like, you can go from that, right, the distorted feminine, to, let me just see, look what I said about resolving conflict. There is a way to resolve conflict. It doesn't need to get toxic. Look, the divine masculine. Here, you can go from being the distorted feminine to the divine feminine, and that is what somebody is working out. All the men, it seems, and again, this did seem to be for males, but if it makes sense for all the other ways, then you let me know. Yeah, look, somebody's coming out of distorted masculine, chasing the dough, chasing the birds that are no good, chasing the men that are no good, whatever your situation is, and realising what healthy sexual freedom is. Boom, drop the mic, let's see what we've got. I can't put the ones, so I can't put the cards that I've pulled for the masculine, because I'm going to do that in the masculine reading after I have my tea, actually. Shit, I've spoke that long about it for my tea. I was going to do a live, but I'm clearly not. I don't know if I'm going to put makeup on now, but anyway. What do we know? What's going to come about from this? Feelings, yeah. Take time out to explore the deep emotions you're experiencing. It's the men that have chased their wand, and it's led them into deceptive situations. Again, a lot of men ran from intense, true twin flame soul connections, and like I was saying, a long time ago for some of these men, but now they're paying attention to the red flags and the distorted feminines. Like, a lot of them have been deceived by these distorted feminines. that's not a surprise, you know. It's and the passion's been reawakened. Well, it is after that activation that I just done. But yeah, the passion's been reawakened for the divine feminine, and the remembrance might be coming for a lot of people. Like, you know, you were tested, and some of you were tested in a marriage with a distorted feminine. Yeah, some of you were tested in a marriage with a distorted feminine. It's not all a marriage for some people, but it is for some. And now you're being called honor your loved one, and you will notice your relationship coming stronger. Like, some of you, for some people, right, look, past life relationship, for some people, they're saying some of you might have actually parted. Some of you might be having trouble in a marriage, and it is your twin flame, but you need to get couples counselling. And if you do feel you are a twin flame, then hello, look no further. I am a twin flame therapist, but either for someone on their own or you and your partner. But I'm a therapist for people that aren't twin flames too, but I'm the couples therapist for that. But it's kind of like, it's really just about whether you feel comfortable with me or not. But yeah, you could strengthen a bond, you know, because that's what can happen, you know. If one of you or both of you, if both of you are going through a spiritual awakening at once, yeah, people could absolutely like break up from their real husband and wife, and then after you heal, get back together again. You know, I mean, there's loads of people that happens to. There's loads of famous people, but there's loads of actual, you know, that like they split up and then they get remarried. You've known each other before. Yeah, express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. A love bond goes stronger over time. Healing family issues. Oh, that's quite nice for what I just said. Your love life benefits. You forgive your parents. Yeah, because some people it'll be you never faced your childhood wounds, so that's going to come up and it would cause issues in your relationship. I've helped true twin flame married couples with that are now more in love than ever. It's just obviously not everybody wants to come on and share that. So, but I love it when people are at a place where they want to. Anyway, I'm going to end this here because that was a long time. So this was really intense, but very interesting. And yeah, I'll see you on the Divine Masculine one. Watch both. Sending all that love and healing. Did you see how hard it was for me to blow the candle out? It took a while. See you later. See, that's symbolic of it was very hard to end a distorted relationship or something that wasn't right for you, but also because I couldn't blow the flame out. You know, somebody couldn't release the feelings for their twin flame. See you later.